News starts now with a breaking news alert.
The breaking news is happening in Dearborn at this hour, where there's a massive police presence outside of a steel plant. And right now, Ford buildings in the area are on lockdown. Let's get right on out to our Sean Lay, who joins us there live from the scene outside of the AK Steel plant on Miller Road near I-94. Sean, do we know if police are looking for an armed robbery suspect or not?
Absolutely. This all starting in Garden City, 15 miles west of here. An armed robbery at a liquor store. Garden City police chased this guy, this armed robber, to this area here of Dearborn, which is right off of 94 at Schaefer. The guy jumped out of his truck and he ran into the AK Steel facility property here. You can see there's a heavy police presence all over the place, and you've got a gunman, a suspected gunman.
Looks like we're having a bit of technical difficulties there with Sean, but again, there's a massive search underway right now for an attempted armed robbery suspect. This is happening in the Dearborn area right outside of the AK Steel plant on Miller Road near I-94. We'll have much more information about this on our website, clickondetroit.com, and on our Click on Detroit Local 4 mobile app. In other news, and happening right now in Lansing, teachers are protesting the state's plan for school in the fall. The Michigan Caucus of Rank and File Educators say bringing kids back into the classroom is dangerous. Rob Maloney joins us now live at the state capitol this afternoon. And Rob, they want more money to try and protect students and teachers.
Well, they want more money for a lot of differing things, Evrod, and they've been saying that they've been making these kinds of concerns known for quite some time, but COVID brings a unique corner to all of this, and the thing that they're most concerned about is the notion that they might have to go back to school in person in just a couple of weeks. Now, we're going to show you some video here and explain that unlike the protests that we've seen here over the past several months in Lansing, this one is decidedly socially distanced. The teachers are 6 to 8 feet apart, everyone wearing masks. They're all sitting in lawn chairs and very quietly listening to speakers talk about their issue. It's put on by the Michigan Caucus of Rank and File Educators. Paul Sandy is one of the organizers here, and he spoke with us briefly about what it is that they're most concerned about here.
Trust me, I want to go play basketball with the students. I would bring in my little music tools every week. I want to teach history again. I want to, be a teacher and have that. But yeah, we believe that these hybrid plans that are coming out, while well-intentioned, and we understand each district wanting to, talk to parents and stuff, that is going to spread coronavirus, and it is going to directly lead to harming people, sadly.
And so what they're saying is they do not want in-person teaching in the fall. It is not a vast or large protest, but there are several dozen teachers out here making the point. And they're saying that COVID just adds on top of the other things that they've been saying about a lack of funding and financing for schools. And many of them say that they don't trust that the school districts will have the required equipment to be able to make it safe come the fall. Now, there is that concern, and yet the governor essentially said yesterday that Michigan has a long way to go to have open classrooms in the fall. And so we'll have to see, but they are promising more protests like this between now and Labor Day. Reporting live in Lansing, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Making sure that their message is heard loud and clear. Sean, thank you. So there are similar concerns across the country. Sam Brock now has a look at how states are making tough decisions for schools.
In the very first week of school, a COVID wake-up call in Georgia. The Cherokee County School District revealing 4 schools have been impacted by the virus in 72 hours. 3 students from 1st to 8th grade all testing positive after attending class Monday, and a kindergarten teacher exhibiting symptoms after school and not returning Tuesday. The district telling NBC News they're quarantining those exposed, contact tracing, and deep cleaning classrooms. As parents like Christy Worsham say conditions were never right for reopening.
Although I feel like they are following the guidelines that they set forth, I don't feel like those guidelines are strict enough.
Worsham protesting policies like students not required to wear masks, evidenced by snapshots in school hallways. Georgia's early experiences contributing to a larger conversation. In Chicago, this mother of 3, frustrated.
I would have hoped that we could have come up with some good solutions to get some form of in-person to start the school year.
The city deciding its 400,000 students will return strictly with online learning for now, a plan opposed by the president.
Parents want the schools open. We want them open. We want them open safely. We're going to practice very strong hygiene.
But in Mississippi, even with masks and classroom seats spaced apart, an outbreak almost right away.
So I have 6 total students who've exposed additional folks within the school system and over 100 students quarantined.
And Florida educators suing the state.
This is something that we've got to get our hands around, or we're going to have catastrophic situations that we cannot control.
The Sunshine State requiring schools to offer in-person learning options starting Monday.
What is your gravest concern about heading back to school right now?
This is life or death. People are going to die. People are going to die in our schools, and we can do something about it.
Later today, here in Miami, a circuit court judge will begin proceedings on a possible injunction. The governor here of Florida, Ron DeSantis, has always said from the beginning that parents and families have the option of keeping their kids home in that hybrid model. But the Florida Educators Association counters that does not deal with teachers and staff and custodians who don't have that option and will have to be balancing their health with their jobs. In Miami, Sam Brock, NBC News.
Sam, thank you. The Oakland County Health Department is ordering a mortgage company to enforce social distancing after an outbreak. At least 50 workers at United Shore Mortgage have tested positive for coronavirus. There are more than nearly 85,000 cases in Michigan with more than 6,200 deaths. Yesterday, the state said cases here in Michigan are plateauing, so a bit of good news there. Today, the city of Warren is holding a free drive-through and walk-up COVID testing at City Hall, and that runs until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson just held a virtual press conference to talk about primary election results and what needs to be done before November. Benson says a record-breaking 2.5 million votes were cast in Tuesday's primary. More than 1.6 million of those votes were from absentee ballots. Benson says the all-time high primary voter turnout is just foreshadowing what we can expect in November.
We can already anticipate that 2.4 million people will be voting by mail this November. That's because 2.4, that's a combination of the number of people who have both already requested ballots or who are on the permanent absent voter list. So that's nearly 1 million more than voted absentee in this record-breaking primary.
More than 10,000 absentee ballots actually had to be rejected because of postmarking errors. Benson says this is something that our department is working on with the Postal Service to avoid that from happening come November. In other news this afternoon, the first public share of Rocket Companies Incorporated just sold for $18 on the New York Stock Exchange. Watch this. That is founder and chairman Dan Gilbert ringing the New York Stock Exchange bell this morning. The parent company of mortgage lending giant Quicken Loans hopes to raise $1.8 billion. Rocket did lose some momentum heading into today. The company was initially aiming to raise $3.3 million with 150 shares. Dan Gilbert will keep a majority stake in the company with 79% of shares. Well, there was a scary scene this morning on Dixie Highway when an Oakland County Sheriff's deputy was hit head-on. Sky 4 was overhead right in the area between Telegraph and Silver Lake Road in Waterford Township this morning. Investigators say the deputy was hit head-on and suffered minor injuries. The other driver is okay. There's no word on a reason for the crash or if that driver will be cited. More Americans are filing for unemployment benefits as that $600 federal benefit has now expired. Nearly 1.2 million people filed for benefits last week, and that is a drop from the week before, but the 20th straight week that at least 1 million people applied for aid. Today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that he believes Democrats and Republicans will strike a coronavirus relief deal in the near future. An alarming new look at a popular feature that's being installed in many cars. We're going to tell you what AAA says car companies should stop doing. But first, hundreds are feared missing in that deadly explosion that rocked Lebanon's capital. We have an update on the search efforts coming up next. But we do want to get back to Sean Lay in Dearborn with breaking news that we're following for you this afternoon.
Evrod, thanks for hanging with us. Some technical difficulties at the top of the newscast, but it's important information we want to get out. Police in Dearborn are saying avoid the area of the Rouge plant for Ford and AK Steel here. This is Schaefer right near Butler off of I-94. Follow me this way here. You can see Dearborn police positioned here, but they have the plant surrounded. This is a search for an armed robbery suspect who robbed a store in Garden City. Garden City police chasing the man 15 miles this way. The man bailed out of his pickup truck and ran into the AK Steel plant property. At a time, they believe that he actually got somehow inside the plant property. Right now, my sources are telling me they are searching for him along the railroad tracks in those tall weeds there. A gunman. He is described as a white male with a short, dark beard and short hair, possibly wearing a white T-shirt. Again, an armed robbery suspect on plant property. What happened, AK Steel tells us, and Ford Rouge plant officials tell us, they locked both plants down. Everyone, I'm told, is safe inside the plant, in a safe area at AK Steel, and for cautionary reasons over at the Rouge plant. UAW telling us, quote, at this time, it's our understanding no shots have been fired, and our employees at both AK Steel and Ford in the Rouge complex here are safe and are in lockdown. We want to emphasize, this is coming from the UAW, this is an active situation that the Dearborn police are handling at this point. It appears to not be workplace related. That's correct. Our thoughts and prayers are with Dearborn police and everyone on lockdown in this situation. This has been going on, guys, for about 2 hours. So we're going to monitor the situation. We're right here checking with our sources and with police. We'll let you know exactly when they capture this armed gunman. Everyone's safe here at the AK Steel plant and the Rouge plant. They're on lockdown right now. We'll let you know exactly, Everett, what happens when we get an update. Back to you.